Good day, everyone, and once again, welcome to One Global Movement Speak with Heart, where we come together to help children, young people, and women eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, plant seeds of hope, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. Happy holidays to everyone that is celebrating Christmas, but otherwise, New Year. I think New Year is a beautiful thing that we all should celebrate, or we all are celebrating, because if God has added one more day, one more year onto your life, then that is something to celebrate. So, thank you so much, sister, and thanks to everyone that is determined to make sure that we reach every child in the world with the resources that we have. And it starts with love. It starts with love. It starts from home. It starts with self, nurturing ourselves well, taking good care of ourselves will also enable us to take good care of our children and therefore also extend it to other children around. So this holiday, we want to be able to know what is that one thing that you're going to celebrate this holiday. Set aside the fact that life is a short case that we must celebrate. But what is that one thing that you're going to celebrate with your family? So let us come back here and discuss it. And for those that are graduating, the students that are graduating from school, congratulations, and know that the world is looking up to you. And I'm going to tell you what I was told in 1997 when I was graduating from University of Boya in Cameroon. When they gathered to celebrate me, my elder brother said, Mundih, do you see all these people that are seated here? Because they came more than 300 people from my family and all over Cameroon to celebrate me. I didn't know. So he said, do you see all these people sitting here? They are not here because they contributed to your success or your education. They are here to celebrate you, and celebrating you, they are looking forward to eat. They want to eat. And so you're going to be able to feed these mouths here, whether they contributed to your life or not. But they are waiting to eat. And that is for sure. You don't just feed or help somebody that help you just help the entire community. Because when you help your community, your village, guess what? You are really filling your heavenly bank account with a lot of opportunities, a lot of help, a lot of grace, because we should be able to take something out of ourselves to give out so that God can continue to fill it out. And it happens. It's such a beautiful thing to experience that kind of giving. So thank you guys so much. I wish you guys again happy holidays, and thank God that we are here. Let us keep doing what we are doing here and reaching every child in the world and spread the gospel of One Global Movement. And when you come here, please, the first thing is to like and share these videos. Let us not just keep them to ourselves. Otherwise, not every child is going to be fortunate to really learn from what we are doing here. So we count on you to share it, not just in your family, in your community. Because when you do in your community, the other person does, the other person does. This is a global something. And at least one person from every country in the world is here in One Global Movement. And we can begin to do that. So thank you so much. And before we begin, I am going to ask you guys, and thank you so much for those that have sent me prayers for the loss of my grandmother, who passed away about 4 days ago at the age of 109. And so you guys will see a video online of her dancing towards the end of her life. And I am able to talk now. It was so hard. It's still very hard. But remember, she has lived a very good life. Very good life. Never been to the hospital. And she is a traditional healer. And she said, you guys don't cry that much because it is time for me to go, and I am happy to go. Just celebrate me and make sure that you take care of the rest of the family. So thank you guys so much for sending me prayers and condolences, Sister Yvonne and Sister Sharon, Nancy, and everyone that has communicated with me online. Thank you guys so much. That means a whole lot to me. Thank you. And so, sister, before we begin now, we're going to start with our prayer, but today is the 10th. I don't know why I'm forgetting the date. So we are in One Global Movement Revolution, part 392. The fire within, the fire within, channeling passion, preventing poison. The fire within, channeling passion,
Yeah.
preventing poison.
Mm.
And our sister, of course, is going to talk about this. So let us bow down our heads in whatever way you can, and we thank the creator of the universe. And when we wake up to social injustice, we can become either passionately active or turn inward and become embittered. The fire within, channeling passion, preventing poison. Divine spirit of light and purpose. Ignite in us the fire that purifies, not destroys, the flame that sharpens visions, awakens courage, and burns away every shadow that poisons hope. Let the fire within us be holy, not harmful, refining, not consuming, lifting, not wounding. May our passion be disciplined into purpose and our purpose be anchored in love. We declare, O Lord, that one global movement rises this year, this new year in particular, with a fire that feeds the hungry, a flame that illuminates the minds of the forgotten, and a light that breaks the chains of poverty. Let our passion become action, our compassion becomes structure, our hope becomes strategy, and our vision become victory for children, youth, and women across the world with a focus on young women. We reject the poison of fear, distraction, scarcity, and doubt. We refuse the toxins of injustice, inequality, and silence. We renounce every lie that tells us we are too small to heal a world too wounded, because we can. For the fire within us is divine, fearless, focused, and fiercely compassionate. As one global movement, we rise to build, uplift, restore, and transform. We enter the coming year with clarity of vision, deeper compassion, stronger determination, unstoppable unity. Let this be the year where passion becomes pathways, dreams become doors, and every child's potential becomes visible light. And so we declare, O Lord, the fire within OGM will heal nations. The fire within OGM will open futures. The fire within OGM will change the world. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sister. So then today we also have our vision and mission to add to that, make it just broad and let everybody know why we are here and doing what we are doing. So, vision and mission statement of One Global Movement, which we sometimes shorten to OGM. One Global Movement will support any organization, any group, or individual that aligns with its global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with the tools and the sustainable solutions that will help them to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, to build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and the opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and to build a future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. So, together, through divine intervention, love, and clean, safe, and valuable technology, we can create such a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any other condition that is not of their own making. It is possible. Our gratitude and thanksgiving goes to our divine creator, who is our ultimate provider and who has promised to supply us abundantly, not just for ourselves, but to do good works by uplifting and caring for all of humanity. We thank everyone who support OGM, and we wish us all success in our various businesses and world-changing endeavors. And that is our vision and mission here on One Global Movement.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then today we're doing another one of these big topics. The
Always big.
fire within,
Because our
channeling,
kids are big, our children are big.
yes, channeling passion, preventing poison. So, okay, let me see. I'll just go ahead and then you will see which way I went with it. Have you ever seen someone so passionate, so driven, so on fire for something that their enthusiasm filled the room before they did? So passion is powerful. It can push boundaries and it can ignite ideas and it can spark transformation. But passion also has a shadow. And if we're not careful, that very flame that fuels us can begin to consume us. Do you see where I'm going with this, sister?
Hmm.
There's a
Hmm.
note that says, resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. But I also want to take this further and say, unregulated passion, unregulated, is like drinking poison and expecting progress.
Hmm.
And one of the first signs that passion has turned toxic is this: we become one dimensional. We pour everything into one pursuit, one role, one dream, until the rest of who we are begins to shrink.
Hmm.
Today, let's talk about how to keep your passion healthy, expansive, and life giving, which is balanced, which is my favorite word one.
Hmm.
Section one: when passion becomes poison. Passion becomes poison when it is obsessive, all consuming, perfectionistic, resentful, stifled or suppressed, unrealistic or unbalanced. And so we enter the one dimensional trap. Unrealistic or unregulated passion makes us narrow. Our identity becomes tied to one pursuit. Our relationships become secondary. Our emotional life becomes unstable. Our purpose becomes reduced to one outcome. When you collapse your entire identity into one passion, it's easy to feel like if this fails, I fail.
Hmm.
If this slows down, I lose value. If others don't applaud it, I'm not enough. And this is how passion turns into poison. Pent up or thwarted passion, and when passion has no outlet or is continually blocked, burnout grows, resentment builds, anger simmers, coping becomes unhealthy, relationships strain, and mental health declines. Passion is energy, and energy must move. If you don't channel it constructively, it turns inward and destructively. In section two, a healthy mindset for healthy passion. This brings us to the mindset shift. Your passion is not the problem. We must live with passion. It is how you hold your passion that determines whether it heals you or harms you. So today I want to give you another acronym to anchor your approach to passion. PASSION, because passion itself is neutral. It becomes fuel or poison depending on how you steward it. So the P in the word purpose, first P, before anything else, know your why. Why are you doing this? A clear purpose widens you. It stops you from becoming one dimensional and reminds you that your life has more than one lane or outlet. Purpose preserves perspective. And then the A, allow for vulnerability. Healthy passion makes space for honesty. When you're tired, say, yes, I'm tired. Yes, I'm unsure. Or yes, I need help.
Hmm.
Suppressing emotion creates resentment. Sharing emotion creates resilience. Vulnerability keeps your passion human instead of hard. The first S is to set realistic expectations. Perfectionism is passion's poison. We're aiming for excellence, not perfectionism. None of us will get that.
Yeah.
Unrealistic passion says, I must give everything all the time, no matter the cost. But realistic passion says, I can give my best, but not my well being. Expectations shape emotional health. And healthy expectations keep passion from turning into obsession. And the first S says stay grounded. The next S, I'm sorry, stay grounded in strengths. Do what energizes you. Build where you are naturally strong and delegate some things to others. Delegate things that trains you. When you operate outside your strength for too long, passion becomes pressure. Staying grounded protects you from burnout and from narrowing your identity to one role or outcome. And then the I, identify and release the resentment. Resentment is compressed passion. It is the emotional signal that something you love has become too heavy. Resentment shrinks your emotional world, but forgiveness expands it. Let go of the anger so passion can breathe again. And the O, open yourself to support. Ask for support. Receive support. Passion needs community. Not critics, not dream killers, but supporters, mentors, encouragers. Support systems keep you balanced. They widen your perspective so you don't become one dimensional in your thinking or your approach. And the N in the word is nurture yourself. Self care, it is not optional, it is oxygen. A healthy passion requires rest, recovery, reflection, relationships, and rhythm. Nurturing yourself widens your life so that your passion is not the only thing that's defining you. In section 3, I talk about the boundaries and how to protect the fire because we need the fire. Passion without boundaries becomes obsession, but passion with boundaries becomes sustainable. Healthy boundaries prevent one dimensional living. Protect your health, protect your relationships, protect your peace, protect your time. No dream is worth your emotional collapse. Protecting your fire keeps it from turning into a wildfire. In section 4, turn passion into purposeful action. When your passion has no action, it stagnates. And when your action has no structure, it overwhelms. So, one, use SMART goals. We know those. SMART, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound. This prevents overwhelm. It prevents that, and it keeps passion from running ahead of wisdom. Always, we must use wisdom. Take small, consistent steps. Small wins create momentum, and momentum prevents frustration. Frustration is where passion often turns personal and toxic. Surround yourself with support. Your environment shapes your emotional climate, and support keeps you grounded and multidimensional. And then give back. One of the best antidotes to one dimensional passion is service. When your passion blesses others, it becomes expansive and not consuming. And then the turning point, the difference between passion that fuels you and passion that poisons you is this: direction, discipline, and discernment. Without these, passion becomes emotional intoxication. With them, passion becomes transformational. Your passion is not your enemy. There's nothing wrong with passion. It is your gift, your divine ignition. Passion, passion, passion. We must live with passion, as I said. But we need balance and boundaries and breadth and range and purpose. So ask yourself today, is my passion expanding me or shrinking me? Is it feeding me or bleeding me? Is it making me whole or making me one dimensional? Because the beautiful truth is this: you can reignite passion in a way that strengthens your identity. It honors your relationships and it protects your well being and it serves your purpose. Passion is a fire. Use it to warm your life, not to burn it. And remember, you're on a journey to fulfill your destiny for the long haul. Thank you, sister. That's me.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Passion is fire.
It
Use
is.
it to warm your life. Don't scorch, don't burn your life. That is a beautiful
Exactly.
thing to say.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much. That's a wonderful, I really love the way that you do these presentations, okay?
Thank
And the
you.
way that you choose these topics, because you're choosing it right to the heart of what we are doing here for these children, what they really
Absolutely.
need.
Absolutely.
Because all of this passion burning, scourging. Our kids go through a lot, even
Oh,
the young adult, through a lot of emotional torments because they did not understand. Not to say that these things will not be there, they're going to be there, but we want them to have their tool bag within them, that if something happened, they will just send their hand and pull it from within and help themselves with and continue to move forward.
mm-hmm.
Because life as it is a two-way street.
It
If
is.
there is just one, or you choose one side, then you will be lacking in the other. So these two come together for a reason. And
Yes.
in life, everything gets comfortable, then it's boring. And so, but then there are some that they are not so good, which we must take care of. And that is why you talk about choosing and picking situations and your friends, those that think like-minded people. Because when you
Yes.
do that, you are helping. Don't go and limit yourself and be in the situation because you are afraid that who is going to think what? Who is going to say I don't belong?
Mhm.
No, do what is
Yes.
good. Because when you get out of a negative situation and you choose the positive, what you're doing is you're not just only helping yourself, you're also helping the other people. Eventually, they are going to start emulating you. And that is what we are talking here about. And so I'm just going to repeat exactly what, not exactly, but in my own way, what she said, because she said it all. She really said it. If I had a way, I would say, no, I'm not going to say anything. But, we want our children to have variety because her
Yes.
own style is different from my own style. And,
Yes. Yes.
and we want to give choices, not just two, more,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can choose, because each and every one of us and our children, we have different gifts. We might have similar gifts but different ways of implementation. So that's what we're talking here about. So I will begin with a question, just like she started with a question. That question burns at the center of every human destiny. Yes, it is at the center of every human destiny, burning there. What are you doing with the fire within you? Very simple question. What are you doing with the fire within you? And that fire is there for a reason. You didn't create that fire there, it was put there for a reason. And because fire has two natures, like you said, Sister Yvonne, it can ignite purpose or it can consume potential. It can warm others, or it can scorch or burn your own path, just like you said, but in a different way. It can become passion or it can turn into poison. And at the heart of One Global Movement is the sacred calling to channel fire, to channel this fire into an appropriate way, or in a way that is balanced, or in a way that it's going to warm us, give us some positive heat, not allow it to destroy, right? So the fire within you is not random. Like we said from the beginning, it's not random. It is not accidental either. It is not meaningless emotion. Because when you feel those kind of things, don't ignore. Don't try to blame it on others, because it is telling you something that you're not paying attention to. And if you don't pay attention to, it's going to keep throbbing at you, because you're not paying attention to. So the fire within is your calling. Number one, that's your calling. It's your purpose, and your compassion, your outrage against injustice, your desire to make a difference, your longing to uplift humanity. That is the fire that a lot of people ignore. And sometimes that fire can turn into an illness, into a headache, into something, because we're not paying attention to what our body is telling us. Because what our bodies are telling us is what God is telling us, listening to that still small voice within you. So this inner fire is the spark that births movements. Remember, movement starts very small. It starts with you. That thing that keep telling you, don't ignore me. It's in there, but you keep ignoring. It starts small and then gives birth to movement. But the fire mishandled becomes poison. Like you said before, sister, it becomes poison if you don't handle it well. Passion without discipline, vision without grounding, anger without direction, pain without healing, energy without purpose. This is why One Global Movement teaches passion is a gift, poison is a choice. Passion is a gift from above. We were created with that. That's why we say our children have greatness within them. And we all were that children, and we have, all of us have it. But poison, you choose to poison your passion. You choose it. That's a choice. You can choose to ignore the things that, or the name calling, or whatever people are doing to you. You can choose to ignore and choose a passionate part, or you can sit there and be talking and wasting your valuable time. In the end, if you're like me, if I talk too much, I have a headache. I can talk here too much, but I don't have a headache. But if I start talking about things that are not necessary, I develop a headache. And so, what are the signs of passion versus signs of poison? Passion says, I must do something. I must do something. I must help someone. I must help a child. I must grow and rise. I must make a difference. And then poison says what? It's too much. It's too much to do. I'm alone, just like you said. I'm alone. Nobody to support me. You can say, like Sister said, you can say I'm alone, or you can ask for help. What and then poison said, what's the point anyway? What's the point anyway? And then nothing will change after all. This is what poison will say. So the same fire that inspires someone to plant a garden, feed a family, or teach a child is the same fire that can drain someone if it becomes frustration. All right. Take, for instance, like a toddler. A toddler, I take from my son. A toddler, they throw tantrums too much, right? And we were at that point too. We throw tantrums, and even some adults throw tantrums now. And you're wondering why? Have they not learned those passionate ways of channeling that kind of poison? And so, a 2-year-old, when you keep saying no, no, no to them, they throw a tantrum, or they're doing something, and they expect that thing to look in a certain way, like we all do. It doesn't turn out. What do? But they throw in the floor, and they scatter everything. They cry, and then they come back again and try to do it right. Now, of course, they've thrown the tantrum, but they learn to channel it and say, I'm going to do it again because this is my toy. I'm going to make sure that I deal it again. So this is what we are talking about. We might be talking here, but a lot of us here, adults, parents, we throw tantrums for no reason. And when you throw that tantrum, you're wasting your time, your mind space, and your energy, which you could have channeled it into passion. So what One Global Movement does with fire, every One Global Movement program is fire that has been channeled. Fire that has been channeled. Seeds of Hope Gardens. Passion transformed into food security, food sustainability, dignity, harvest, and organic way of feeding children. And so education first. When we say education first, you see that little girl that sometimes I post, she sits there with books on the desk and say education first. Passion transformed into learning, literacy, and opportunity, which is what we are doing here in One Global Movement. Women's empowerment. When I say women empowerment, I know that some women take it out of proportion, especially during Women International Day. Some go and do funny things that are not good for them or for their families, So passion transforms into skills to empower women, especially our young girls, entrepreneurship, and generational strength. Generational strength, because women are the center, the glue that brings the family together, So youth leadership development, passion transformed into purpose. This youth leadership development, they transform that passion into purpose, identity, and global leadership. We see them all over the globe, but we need to continue to really help those that have still they don't know how to really position that passion or that fire within them. And then compassion into action. How do you do that? Passion transformed into service, volunteerism and outreach. Volunteer for One Global Movement. Volunteer for other movements. Volunteer in the group home or the nursing home where we have our old folks there, our parents and grandparents. Volunteer to pick up trash from the street, because sometimes the wind carry trash from the dumpster and then put it on the road. We volunteer. There are so many things that we can do to really, really channel that poison into passion for the benefit of our villages and communities. So the world doesn't lack passion, not at all. We do have it. It's just that some people suppress it. But the world lacks direction for passion. How do you channel that passion? Is what the world lacks. But it is there. But because if we have not been really trained to really filter the noise, filter the things that we pay attention to, we set our eyes on, or we listen, we just take everything, and then in the end we become frustrated. Remember, we are humans. And our brains and our bodies are built to take certain things, and certain ones we can channel them, or we can just let them poison us. This is very, very important. I'm saying this because I am a typical example of those things. I could have been embittered and maybe I would have been dead by now. But through the help of my grandmother, who has gone to be with the Lord, we learn to channel. I learned to channel those things together with my brothers into something good for humanity. And is it easy? No. But do you do it all the time? Sometimes you don't feel us to do it, but still, you know that passion is there, and you're going to still come back to it. And so the world doesn't lack that passion. What it lacks is direction, a sense of direction, how to channel that passion. So One Global Movement exists to give structure to compassion, purpose to passion, and healing to the fire inside every child, every youth, and every woman. And so 3 stories of fire transform. We always like, because we live by stories, we have to tell these stories. And we encourage you to bring your own stories here, because how do you live? How do you feed your family? How do you teach them? What kind of conversation do you have? These are all stories that we can bring here and talk about them. So the boy who wanted to be seen. You know that a lot of our young people, they want to be seen. You go online, there are young people that for no reason, like you brought that story here, for no reason, they are just exposing themselves to danger without knowing what they're doing. But because they want to be seen, they want attention, you know? And so, the boy who wanted to be seen, his fire was not hunger, not the physical hunger, it was longing. He wants to belong to somebody, to someone. He wants somebody to say, I love you. He wants somebody to say, thank you so much for going to school. Thank you for investing in yourself. Longing for someone to care, to notice, to guide him. Are you going to be that someone? Or are you going to ignore that cry of that young boy? One Global Movement gave him mentorship, and this is for real. Gave him mentorship, purpose, and place. His fire turned into leadership. And now what that young man is doing right now as we speak is opening a big garden, but a little farm, a big garden right now in Cameroon to help to feed his community. And One Global Movement is behind him to keep pushing him forward. Story number 2, the girl who refused to give up. It might as well just be me, okay? The girl who refused to give up. She studied under street lights. She studied in the bush. She studied under the baobab tree. She studied with a candle. She studied with the local candle from the proceeds of palm nuts. Her fire was determination that I would do it or I would die. So One Global Movement gave her books. This One Global Movement, they gave me books, but the community gave me books. But now I'm putting it in the perspective of One Global Movement, because that's what we want to do, to put every child's hand. One Global Movement gave her books, support, and opportunity in what is called Smiles in a Bag. In that bag, little, not just writing materials, a lot of other things that girl needs because she is a girl. Her fire became education, not exhaustion. not exhaustion. And so, story number 3, the woman who carried the whole world. We mothers, we women, we always like to carry the whole world, right? Because we are the womb of the world. We are the womb
Mm-hmm.
as created. And so, her fire was survival. But survival can become poison if not supported. Do we know that?
Yeah.
Yes, if we don't support survival, it can become poison. And so one global movement empowered her economically, socially, spiritually. And this is exactly what we are doing too. We go into places where we have seamstresses. They don't have money to buy thread. They don't even have the machines, or they might not be able to buy materials that they need. What does one global movement do? We go there and list, help uplift that woman with one thing, just one. Maybe it's buying a sewing machine, or maybe it's buying the material so that then she can then do it from there. But we want to do it even all. That's why we call on each and everyone to share, 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 because you're not just doing it for Mundih or for Sister Yvonne. When you do it, you're doing it for your community, because whatever we do, it's going to stay in our communities. Very
Right.
important. And so her fire became provision, peace, and prosperity. Isn't that true?
It is.
That is so
Yes.
true. And why fire turns into poison? Fire becomes poison when we carry too much alone without asking for help, like you said. And we suppress instead of express. We just suppress. We suppress instead of expressing things. There are certain things that you don't need to talk about. You know those situations when they do arrive. But there are certain ones that you don't suppress them. When you suppress them, you gradually, gradually die, a million deaths even before the actual death comes. So we witness injustice but feel powerless.
Yeah.
Remember, we don't say go and confront somebody. No, that's dangerous. You can go to the closest police station, or you can go to an adult, to a teacher, to your parents, and say something. Then they will take it from there. But you make sure that you check to see if they have done something about it, especially as a young person. So we witness, we have passion but lack direction. We have compassion but lack community. This is why God never designed purpose to be carried alone. We are not an island. He never. Otherwise, imagine me doing this. I would have been dead long gone, right? So that's why we come together. And this is why One Global Movement declares your fire is not meant to burn you. It's not meant to burn you. It is meant to light the world if
Yes.
you channel it well and if you strike a balance, like Sister said. You know, the One Global Movement model of channeling fire, at least we have to give an example. Awareness, understanding the fire. Do you understand the fire that is burning inside of you? What am I feeling? What are you feeling? Do you know why and why you're feeling that? Have you even just asked, or you just go and tell people? Nobody's going to know what you're feeling exactly the way you're feeling. You have to first of all ask yourself, why? Why am I feeling this way? Alignment, giving the fire purpose. How does this connect to my calling? What is your calling? And this is
Yes.
the time now you start asking yourself every day, am I really actioning my calling well, or my purpose well? We have to ask ourselves every day. And then who can I help? Where where can I serve? Where? So many places we can serve. You can begin from just your neighbor.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're like me shuffling snow this morning, just shuffle a little bit into the neighbor's thing. Then you must have helped them to then take it a little bit further and faster, because there was a lot of snow here today. I had to shuffle a lot. So now, advocacy, using the fire for others. How can I uplift, teach, empower, heal? How can we do that? Amplification, fire that spreads hope. Remember, we are asking you here to share these videos. Don't just keep them. Let the world know what we are doing here, and they can only know through us. And so we have to amplify that. Fire that spreads hope. How can we multiply what works in the world? This is how One Global Movement expands across communities and nations. So, to the children of One Global Movement, children, you carry the fire in your imagination. Never let anyone dim it. Don't let anyone dim the fire within you. Your dreams are not too big, and God loves the biggest of dreamers. Don't dream too small so that you can accomplish it quickly and say, oh, yeah, you think I was doing this because I knew that I was going. But I say, you know what? Because of what happened to me, I want to make sure that no woman, no child in the world ever goes through this. And I was blessed to do that with the mantle of hope from my grandmother. And so, but look at here, just start it. Before you know, you see these good people. You guys are good people. You come along and we do it together. And
Yeah.
something that started in Cameroon that I didn't even know, you guys. But look at where we are today, right, sister? This is
Right.
beautiful. So
Absolutely.
your dreams are not too big, they are prophetic. Your dreams are prophetic, they are sacred,
Sure.
and you can do it. If I can do it, this lowly me, if I can do it, that I was beaten and left to die. If I can do it, even with bleeding, you can do it even better than me. But together, we can even do it better. So, to the youth of One Global Movement, youth, you carry the fire in your purpose. Do not let confusion turn it into poison. Do not let they didn't include me, turn it into poison. Don't. Because sometimes you have to stay with yourself and work with yourself and ask yourself, carry out hardcore conversations with yourself without necessarily inviting noise from outside, because it starts with self. So the world needs your voice to the young people, not your silence. We need it here. That's why we say encourage our young people to come here to share with us their adventures, not just their failures. We want to hear because they have great things that they are doing, but it's just that the world has taught them to say, oh no, what you're doing is too small. You belittle it. Don't. Whatever you're doing, put your focus on it, because that is who you are. That is who you were created to be. So, women, you carry fire in your silence. Let empowerment, not exhaustion, define your flame. You are the fire that warms nations, not the fire that burns alone. And so, the call to the world. One Global Movement is calling the world, everyone, government institutions, churches, families, organizations, businesses, everyone, fire department, everyone. We are calling on everyone because we all have a role to play. Not because you went to school or you didn't go to school. We all have it. A lot of the people that are changing the world never saw the four walls of a classroom, of a formal classroom, but they took the time to develop their gift, and they are sparking. I will talk, for instance, I call a one man in Africa that is helping the whole of Africa, Dan Gote. Dan Gote is doing wonderful things. I'm thinking of how can I write to him, okay, so that he can even be my mentor. So
Mm-hmm.
do not stay quiet because you don't know how to read and write, but you know how to read and write in your language. Even if you don't even know, there is still something that you can do with what you have, because God can never give you something without giving you the skills with which you can learn, you can use to learn and develop that thing. And so One Global Movement is not just a mission. We say this several times. It's not just a mission, it is a fire movement. Because anything that concerns a child, concerns a young person, concerns a woman, it concerns the entire world, and therefore it has to be a fire movement. It calls upon those tired of watching suffering. If you are tired of watching suffering, watching how people are dying here, watching how they're fighting here, watching all of those things, if you're tired of people going hungry, begging on the streets, this is for you. Those tired of silence, those tired of excuses, those tired of injustice, we are the movement that says, do not let your fire poison you. Let it purify you, guide you, and transform the world. And so I will close with this declaration: the fire blessing. As we step into 2026, we declare over One Global Movement, over every child, over every woman, over every family. May every child's fire become potential, and may that potential turn into action for the betterment of humanity. May every youth's fire become destiny, destiny that will live for so many generations to come. May every woman's fire become dignity, dignity that you will rise regardless of what. You will still rise, and you will be that center glow of every society. May every volunteer here, may every volunteer's fire become service, service that comes right from the heart. May every donor's fire become legacy. You're not just donating, you are building a monument that will last for posterity. May every leader's fire become vision. You envision a world free of hunger, a world free of illiteracy, a world free of poverty, a world that every child can rise and to help others rise. May every community, every village fire become transformation. And may your fire never become poison. Only passion with purpose. Because together, as one global movement, we are not just igniting change. We are setting hope ablaze across the world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amen. That's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. If I don't read everything, bear with me because I'm so much involved in the meetings that leading to my grandma's burial. So bear with me if I don't read everything here. So thank you so much, Samitra, for being with us here today. I highly appreciate you. Thank you so much, sister. Of course, I highly appreciate you as well. We have our Facebook uh, page here. Please do us a favor. How many people are you going to bring this year? Because this is necessary to follow and to like our Facebook page. We need that, and we're going to be creating other pages so that we can reach people, a wider audience, or everyone. Please do something about it. Hello, beautiful Maria. How are you? Thank you so much for being with us here today. Cynthia, how are you? Cynthia Daring. Thank you so much for being with us here today, Cynthia. We highly appreciate you. And of course, our managing director is here. Thank you so much, John, for always being there for us. And we highly appreciate what you do. And is there any new person?
No, there's no new person, but I think you skipped over Sister Melanie. She said she couldn't join on the platform, but
Oh,
she's
she.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. How did I?
I greeted her, but I'm sure she'd like to hear from you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
okay.
did I? Oh, she's right here. Hello, beautiful sister. How are you? Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much. If you couldn't join us, of course, we know your heart and we thank you so much for joining us in the chat and happy
Yes,
holidays to you. Okay.
yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we have our StreamYard here. This is what we are using. It's very beautiful. You can use it as well. And if you do subscribe, they are going to send us $10 to One Global Movement. That's a lot of money, okay? That's a lot of money. So
Yeah.
thank you. And
Mm.
Sir Nokutala, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us here. We highly appreciate you. And hashtag uplifting humanity. Thank you so much, John.
Yes, yes.
And of course, Queen Nancy is here. Thank you so much, Nancy. And thank you for what you're doing behind the scene. I highly appreciate you. Hashtag women empowerment, hashtag passion, passion into purpose. Beautiful. Who has not hashtag here? Do some hashtags, guys. Those are necessary, very necessary. Do some hashtags always so that those algorithms will be so happy with us because they love
Yes,
it when we do those hashtags. But
they do. They
meaningful
do.
hashtags, very important. Whenever
Yeah.
you're here, thumbs up, subscribe, hashtags, very, very important. Let us build this, okay?
And
So we can
and
reach
remember
everyone.
that the hashtags has to be all joined together. Don't separate them. Any space between the words, please, because it
Yeah.
doesn't hit the algorithm if you do that. It
Yes.
all has
Thank
to be
you.
just one. Like the way it has it on the screen there, it all
Yes.
has to be one word like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's what she's saying. Just put everything together, clump it together, hashtag
Yeah.
everything together. See,
Yeah.
hashtag women empowerment is together.
Yeah.
Hashtag passion into purpose, all together. If you
Yeah.
space it, no, they're not going to read it. That's not the way their brain work, okay? Thank you. All right. Hashtags. See that? Hashtag smiles in the back.
Yep. Yep.
Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag Speak with Heart. Hashtag JJB Teen Man. Hashtag Big Heart. Hashtag Passion with Purpose.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
Very
There you go.
beautiful, John. Thank you so much. Yes,
Thank you,
please.
son.
Let's do the job. Let's not just come here to listen. Let's contribute in that way. That is so seamless, you know. Let's do it that
Mm-hmm.
way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Iqbal Patel. How are you, sir? If you're new here, you're welcome into this family. Thank you so much for your subscription. If you haven't done so, please go ahead and do so and spread the message and also share our videos with the world. Thank you. And we have Sir Mohammed. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us here. If you're new, we welcome you here and do well to subscribe, sir. And the big thumbs up, very important. Thank you. And we have, okay, and then here we have, again, this is donation. Is this the donation link?
No, that's the Facebook link again.
Okay, the Facebook link. Okay. Yeah, next time we will try to put the donation link here.
I
Give to the
did put
max.
it. You just didn't see it, and I
I didn't
did.
see it. Oh, okay.
It's further up. Yeah, I can
Okay,
do it
you guys,
again.
donations are all year round. You can still go there. We're going to create other links that you can choose one or the other, anyone that works for your area. We need those donations, even if it is $1 a month. It is still important. We need all of
Yeah,
those things. So thank you so much for putting it, sis. If I didn't see it,
yeah. I'll add it again then, so we can end on that. And we please read Queen Nancy's little
Dr.
tribute to
Mundih,
your grandma.
grandma
Yeah.
went in peace, knowing you will continue with her legacy. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Don't just
that's
let me
nice.
start crying again. Crying with happiness, not because, but thank you so
Yeah,
much, Nancy. I highly
yeah,
appreciate that. That
yeah.
really, really grips my heart. Thank you.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yes, this is the donation link. GiveMinnesota.org. Please, if we need the contributions all year, we do. While we are also doing other things uh, to get the resources that we need, we also need contribution. And oh my God, the scammers are calling me. Sorry.
Just don't answer.
I know. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you again on Friday. And again, to those the students that are graduating, congratulations. The world is looking up to you, and we know that you're going to do great things in the world. And because you have greatness within you, because if you have gotten to this point of graduation, there is nothing that you cannot do. Keep climbing, keep really increasing your value at the marketplace. Education does not have an ending. When you are out of school, go in, attend conferences, attend other things, and look for courses that will keep upgrading your value, not just at home or for yourself, but also at the marketplace, which is the community that we are talking about. So, congratulations! I am also proud to be a mother of a soon to be graduate. I thank the Almighty God that our children are doing well. So, thank you
Yes.
guys so much, sister.
Yeah.
I know that I'll leave this
Yes.
conversation for you.
Okay, so it's not going to be long as usual. I don't go long, but I just want to remind everybody that there's nothing wrong with passion and fire and zeal. It is a perfect thing because even the scriptures in the scripture, the Father Creator tells us that we're not to be lukewarm. We're to decide one way or the other because He doesn't like lukewarm. He actually says He will spit you out of His mouth. So have that passion, nothing wrong with it. Just what the topic says. Channel it properly. Make sure it's going somewhere, direction, purpose, and get help when you need it. Because as Sister said, we are not an island. We're not meant to do, none of us are meant to do this alone. We're meant to ask for support, but just be wise. Discernment and wisdom, all those things go with building your passion as you go towards, because we all have a purpose. And passion is what fuels your purpose. Because there are times when you have to do it alone. But for the other times, you get the help that you need. So by all means, keep that fire, but do the other things as well. Look after your health, look after your relationships, the people who are around you. You can't just be one-sided. You're not a piece of paper. You're three-dimensional beings. We are, right? Relationships count, other things count, and your health certainly counts. So keep the fire, but keep your other things going as well. Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much. Keep the fire. Until next week, we love you all and stay warm if you are in my area. Oh, stay warm, okay? Don't be bluffing like sister is bluffing there. Look at me, I'm wearing a blanket, okay?
Well, it's very warm in here. I'm not outside.
All right, we love you
Thanks,
all.
everyone. Have
Until
a good
Friday.
day.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Ah.